Hello, and thank you for joining us for DuckU News. I'm Melanie Tubbs.
And I'm Meryl Basin. This week is the kickoff for Human Trafficking Awareness Week on campus. DuckU News reporter Caitlin Conrad has more.
The Human Trafficking Awareness Group on campus, entitled Slavery Still Exists, is an organization that has faced hardships this year. Bill Hiller, an advocate of Slavery Still Exists, was arrested and charged with fraud earlier this year.
It definitely came as a shock to a lot of our students, and especially myself, because his story actually, brought me into the issue and doing something about it, and I considered him a good friend / mentor on how to, even asking him, Bill, where should I go next? What should I do?
Hiller, who spoke on campus about the issue for more than 10 years, was arrested by FBI agents and charged with fraud after he claimed to be an American colonel and former member of the Special Forces. However, student leaders in the group want the public to know that although the stories Bill Hiller told were fraudulent, the facts about human trafficking are still all too real.
There are currently 27 million estimated people in slavery today, and about 80% of that is sex slavery. And so out of the 27 million people, there are 80% women, 50% are children under the age of 18.
The students of the group are working hard to put on events and get out the word about human trafficking, which is an international as well as local crisis.
It's everywhere, that's another thing that I learned is that there's not a place that you won't find it. It's in every country. It's not just third world countries, it's in the United States.
Events in the upcoming week include a talk with Pulitzer Prize winner Cheryl Wooden, a candlelight visual, and speakers who will share their personal stories about being trafficked. The organization wants students to know that no matter what their area of focus is, they have a place in the fight against human trafficking. Reporting for DuckU News, I'm Caitlin Conrad.
Last week, Senate Bill 764 was introduced to cities of Eugene and Springfield in hopes of restricting alcohol sales in established alcohol impact areas. The purpose of the bill is to decrease crime rates in certain areas where there is heavy public alcohol use. Convenience store owners around Washington Jefferson Park in Eugene agreed to stop selling malt liquor back in 2010. The experiment yielded positive results of lower crime rates during that 3-month testing period.
On May 1st, President Obama announced to the world that Osama bin Laden was killed by U.S. Special Forces, shocking many Americans. Bin Laden was the mastermind behind 9/11 attacks. Obama's announcement came 8 years to the date after former President George W. Bush told the world, mission accomplished. DuckU News hit the streets and asked university students how they found out about the news and how they feel about bin Laden's death.
I think it's good that we got him. I think it's good that he's not going to be able to hurt anybody. I just wish that we would have captured him instead of killed him.
I was online and I was on a forum and they said Obama was going to make some announcement about some national security issue, and I started poking around, just came across it that way. It was more of a symbolic death than it was an actual making us safer, I guess. That's kind of how I view it, but it felt good, I guess.
I was in the photo lab on Facebook and doing something that I probably shouldn't have been doing at that time, and I saw a post that said condolences to the bin Laden family, and so I got on CNN, tried to find out what's happening, and said breaking news, Obama, they think they had Obama, and I was also live streaming a Baltimore Orioles game, and they were broadcasted on that, and everybody started chanting USA. So when I got it, my initial reactions are still staying. I'm glad he is taken out of the picture. It's not going to solve everything, but it's a step in the right direction.
It happened before Obama gave his speech, and it was right away. It was on Facebook. There's a link to the news article. It was a little shocking. You don't really hear about Osama bin Laden very much anymore. It's been so long since he was I know he's still on the top 10 wanted list, or he was until he died, and then but he hadn't really done anything in 10 years. So it was a little shocking, I guess.
So I was sitting at my house, and one of my roommates ran out of her room and was like, Osama bin Laden got killed, what? And then I looked it up online and found out. It's more symbolic than anything else. It doesn't accomplish that much in and of itself. So like, oh well. And then like people were celebrating and stuff, and like it's nice. It's a good kind of morale boost. But I don't know. I just wasn't really that into it, and kind of just ignored it.
An audit was released last Tuesday aimed at improving the management of faculty workload for all 7 campuses under the Oregon University system. The audit came out soon after reports were released that University of Oregon faculty are being paid considerably lower than other college faculties around the nation.
I feel like it makes teachers less willing to teach and less excited about what they do. I think a lot of it has to do with where they're getting paid the most for their work, and if they don't feel like they're being valued, then they're not going to want to stay at a university that's not paying them very high.
I believe our professors, like, they're being paid not as much as others, but I believe that they are still trying to do the best job that they can.
Last Friday, the local coffee shop, Dutch Brothers, stepped up to help out the Kilcullen family by donating all of their proceeds to Kilcullen Family Fund. Chris Kilcullen, a Eugene police officer, was killed in the line of duty just 2 weeks ago and was a father of 2. The fundraiser lasted from noon till 10 p.m. The money from the fundraiser will go to the Kilcullen girls to fund their future in college education. That's all the news that we have for you today. I'm Meral Baysid.
And I'm Melanie Tubbs. Thank you for joining us for DuckU News. We'll see you next week.